Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, and today we are doing an October reading to see what is coming your way for this month. So it is general, so just take what feels right for you. Let's get into it. Okay, so for your meditation, it was really interesting. I saw, first of all, I felt really hot. Like I felt the sun on me, like I was at the beach. So some of you guys could be going to the beach, or maybe you live near a beach. Maybe you love the beach, or just like a lake or river or something. And I saw you guys, yeah, like on the beach, kind of walking towards something and just like really feeling the sun beating on you. Like your lips were dry and you were just like, almost like you were like stranded on an island, kind of like castaway energy, right? And then it just felt like an energy of just feeling confused, not being sure where to go, what to do. And then I saw a message in a bottle, and that was your sign. That was your answer that you were looking for, right? And as I was shuffling the tarot, the Two of Wands was sticking out to me. So there's definitely an energy of just feeling like you're not sure where to go or which path to take, which way is the right way. And I feel like Spirit is going to send you a sign. So if you have been going through some uncertainty, ask the universe for a sign. Ask the universe to guide you. Ask the universe for a resource, for an answer, for help. And it just might surprise you. Something might come through. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to do a Celtic cross today, so I'm going to get the cards out. Yeah, and then we will look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall energy is. And thank you so much for watching, Aries. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. Very grateful to have you here. Okay, interesting. Okay, bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Chariot, Six of Swords. Okay, so I'm feeling like you're wanting forward movement on something. You are very determined to see something executed, to see it come all the way through. But I feel like there's a lack of patience because I feel like you feel something is taking longer than it should, or you're just not satisfied with the pace something is at. You're definitely needing to shift your perspective on that. This kind of reminds me of Scorpio's energy, like very determined, but you have to be patient. You have to have more faith and trust with this. So I feel like something is going to come through for you, but you're just having to surrender a bit more before it's fully realized. So let's see what's going on. Okay. Current situation, we do have the Nine of Wands. So you have definitely been going through some rough times, okay? But this is an energy of someone who is very motivated, very determined. Like you're not going to let an obstacle or a setback keep you down, which is beautiful. You know, you are someone that is going to see something all the way through. Like you don't care how hard it gets, how long it takes. Like you are going to make it happen. And maybe that's why you're getting a little impatient. You know, you're like, how many obstacles, how many delays, how long is it going to take? But that's where you need a shift in perspective because things delay and take time for a reason. Whether there's something within you that needs to be, you know, doing some shadow work or something, whether that means you need to learn more or gain more experience, there's a reason for it. So how can you trust the delays rather than feeling like they're working against you? Okay, let's see. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands. Okay, we have the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. So maybe you're approaching the situation in like a very traditional or, like following the status quo, following the more like expected path with the situation. With the Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, it's like you don't see there's some sort of sabotage going on, whether it's from you, like sabotaging yourself unconsciously, or maybe the path you're following is sabotaging you. Something is amiss here. Okay. And with the Hierophant, I feel like, yeah, you're trying to follow what you know to be tried and true, trying to go with you know, the status quo and things like that. And I think that's what's causing delays here. So let's see. Yeah, you're definitely being encouraged to follow your heart. We have the Devil of Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be someone around you who, again, it may not even be like intentionally malicious, but what's true for them and what works for them may not be what works for you. Yeah, you definitely have a lot of anxiety surrounding this abundance, this happiness, this fulfillment. So let's see. Okay. All right. Tell me more about the Two of Swords, Seven of Swords. Okay, there's that Two of Wands again. Oh, Two of Wands, Ace of Cups, Six of Cups. Okay. So there could be some sort of like memory or past trauma, old approach, something like that, that is causing setbacks for you. There's definitely something that is keeping you from having clarity on this path. And with the Ace of Cups, it tells me this is something that you do care about, or maybe it's somebody that you care about a lot that is causing confusion. I feel like you need to really trust yourself and let your intuition guide you. Of course, it is always good to take advice from other people, but something's off. Something is off here. Okay, tell me more about the Hierophant. We have the Page of Swords, the Eight of Cups, Justice. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you guys are wanting to walk away from a person, a situation. This could even be walking away from a marriage with Justice and the Hierophant here as well. Some of you guys could be getting a divorce or going through some sort of breakup or something like that. There's been a lot of time and memories and love here, so maybe that's why you're second guessing if you should walk away from this situation. And if it doesn't have to do with a marriage or a partnership, I feel it has to do with, in order for you to honor your truth, you have to walk away from this situation. You could also feel like these people or person is kind of gaslighting you or manipulating you. And so I just feel like you're like, I don't know. I just don't know if I can trust this person. And I feel like you've really tried to make sense of it all. You've tried to work through it, but I feel like you have reached a point where you're like, how do we even go back from this? You could be dealing with a Taurus. Okay, look, we have the King of Pentacles, the Tower, the Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. You and this person could argue about money or finances, the home, stability, things like that a lot. But yeah, I feel like maybe somebody uses their authority, their status, their money to control you or intimidate you, or maybe that's what makes you feel like you're stuck or makes you feel like you don't know if you can move on from this. But I feel like you're having to really protect yourself and defend yourself a lot. And who wants to do that? All right. Well, let's keep it moving. Very interesting. I just feel like you're tired. You're tired of doing what everyone else wants or not honoring your own truth or going with the flow with what everybody else is used to. Like, that's not what you want to do here. I just need more room, child. I need more room. All right. Okay, hold on, you guys. Let me situate myself because there's too much stuff up here. Let's move all this out of the way. Okay, there we go. Spirit has lots to say to you today. They're like, get the room ready. We got to have space. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's keep it going. So the challenge here is the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So the challenge here is your truth. This is the King of Swords is all about his morals, his values, kind of like the Hierophant. And this is someone who is going to honor their truth and honor what's right for them, no matter what anybody else is trying to say, no matter what anyone else is doing. Okay, so I feel like you do have really strong beliefs about this situation, but for some reason, you're feeling like you can't own it, you can't honor it. And maybe it's because this other person or people, whatever, this person might have a lot of control over you in regards to, like, it does feel like there's manipulation, whether it's financial or emotional. And so it almost feels like you're like doubting yourself, or maybe you're feeling guilty about wanting to give up on this. Don't feel guilty about honoring your truth. Like, if you've put in all this work and it's still not going where you want it to go, what else are you supposed to do? Tell me more about the King of Swords. We have the Chariot, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Okay. Well, I definitely see that you want some sort of forward movement. You want a progression. You don't want to stay stagnant in this situation. With the Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. I feel like you really need to honor your feelings right now. I feel like you're upset about something, you're hurt, and maybe you're not sure how to communicate that, but you don't have to deny it to yourself. I would journal. I would, maybe there are certain songs that resonate with your situation, listening to music. You could say certain affirmations, like do something to kind of tap into that emotional space and express it. Because I think you need to get more clear, more honest about how you feel, and that will help you move forward. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Seven of Cups, Three of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you're very confused about a partnership here. There could have been a third-party situation since we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I feel like you want to move on from this, but you're worried about your financial situation, or maybe you're worried about being like rejected from certain social circles. It's very interesting. Tell me more about the King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I was not expecting this to go like this. But that kind of makes sense with your vision, because it was like just feeling lost and feeling unsure. So I'm definitely feeling that energy here. Okay, we have the Empress clarifying it with the Five of Swords, the Four of Wands. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking to somebody who is not happy in their family, in their long-term commitment anymore. And with the Empress, it's like you're reminding yourself, doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, anything in between, you are reminded that your feminine energy, that you are abundant, that you don't have to chase, you don't have to beg, you don't have to even ask. It just shows up for you. So if you're in a situation where you're consistently having to chase someone down or figure out and solve problems, like feeling like you're Nancy Drew or a private investigator, that's doing too much. Like, you are way too amazing and beautiful and special to have to do something like that. See, yeah, there's a lot of anxiety surrounding this, but I feel like once you kind of rip that Band-Aid off, you're going towards your happiness. All right, let's keep it going. So what you need to focus on is the King of Wands. Absolutely, Aries. This is your energy. So you need to remind yourself that you are powerful, that you are capable, that you can handle any challenge that life throws at you. I feel like you've given a lot of your power away to this situation, to this person, to what they have. And at the end of the day, you can have that for yourself too. You don't have to be tied to someone to have the life that you want, right? I feel like you've given your power away a lot, and it's time to call it back in. Whenever I like shower or take a bath, I like to make a little ritual out of it. And I like to say, I call my energy back to me, cleansed, purified, rejuvenated. I release anything that is not mine. And you can even imagine like a pure white light raining down over you, like little things like that. And I like to do that every night, little things like that to just get you back into your center and cleansed. All right, tell me more about the King of Wands. All right, we have the Three of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you've given your energy away to too many people, to too many situations. There could have been a third-party situation here. But it's like, because you've given so much away, now you feel like you don't have your power. You got to call your energy back to you. All right? Yeah, it's like these people have left you feeling abandoned, neglected, hurt. So just focus on yourself, you know? Like, we all love having friends and community, but if these people make you feel drained or make you feel like you're not powerful, it's time to cut it off. Okay? It's too much. You got to focus on you right now because you got a lot going on. So you don't need to be pouring your energy out to anybody, honestly. That's how I feel. All right. So in the recent past, we do have the Moon card. So this is Cancer, Pisces energy. So yeah, there's been a lot of like illusion, confusion, and uncertainty surrounding this situation. I feel like this person can dance around questions, and I really feel like this is someone who like gaslights you or manipulates you and tries to make you feel like you're crazy or you're doing too much when really you're right on it. You know, I feel you're very intuitive and very powerful. And this person has manipulated that power into you doubting yourself. I don't think so. Tell me more about the Moon. See, there's the Devil in the Three of Pentacles. It feels like somebody is like, I feel like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like somebody, if this is romantic, I feel like somebody's been cheating, somebody's been lying, somebody's been like pitting your friends against you. Like it's too much. Like this person has way too much time on their hands. Yeah. See the World card, the Star, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. I feel like when you close this chapter out, there's going to be so much clarity and a beautiful new beginning, and you're going to feel whole and you're going to feel balanced again and safe. Because this is too much. Like, ugh. Who's got the time? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this person uses their status, their finances, their name to fight with you, to get you to doubt yourself, to get you confused. This person knows what they're doing, Aries. Don't question yourself anymore. You're not crazy. This person is playing with you. I feel it. That's why I was so confused earlier. I was like, what is this? You know, it's because they run deep. They run deep with it. Yeah, see the Death card. It's time to walk away from this because, yeah, there's nothing but disappointment here for you. And you know this. So let's go. Let's go. Okay. I don't play about that. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, by the way. Okay. Possibilities for this situation, we have the Page of Pentacles. So again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. I think a strong possibility is, even though you may not be the King of Pentacles, right? You may not be here and with the Ten of Pentacles, but you got a little something, you got a little change, you know, you got a little something you can work with. So I think you're going to take that little something and you're going to go and do your own thing. I feel like this is you moving or starting a new job or just going out and putting yourself out there so you can experience something new and you can be reminded that you're not crazy, that you're not making all of this up, you know? Like, I feel like you need to go out and be around people who actually love you, who actually support you, people that aren't intimidated about this other person or want what this other person has or want what you have. And just have a fresh experience, you know, like, because this is too much. It's too much for me. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're ready for something new. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I definitely see you getting clear on your priorities, bringing balance back into your life. You realize that you have been carrying the weight, and see, like your first card was the Nine of Wands. You know, this is something that's exhausting you. It's draining your energy. And you know that you want emotional fulfillment. You want happiness. You want peace in your life. So if that's what you want, you're going to start prioritizing that. You're going to start advocating for your peace, honoring your boundaries and your needs, because clearly this other person has no interest in doing that. You know, it's not that they can't. Maybe they can't. I don't know what's going on with them. There's something in there. But I would not wait and hold my breath for this person to figure it out, because something weird is going on with them. All right. So in the near future, we have the Magician. I'm happy to see this. Okay. This is you reclaiming your power. Okay. You are not playing with these people no more, right? You're going to do what's best for you. You're going to make the life for yourself that you want. You're not going to wait for this person's money or for this person to support you or to understand you, because you've been waiting on that and it's still not happening, right? So you're taking matters into your own hands. You're co-creating with the divine. You're figuring things out. And this is like the bottle, the message in the bottle on the beach. Spirit's going to bring you some goodies, some resources, some new realizations to help you get out of this situation. Tell me more about the Magician. We have the Knight of Wands, Judgment, and the Hermit. Absolutely. Scorpio energy, Virgo energy, Gemini energy as well. So yeah, in the near future, I see you making a big decision with Judgment here, right? This is after a lot of reflection, after a lot of honesty, and I see you going within for that reflection and allowing your intuition, your inner wisdom to guide you. Because at the end of the day, this is not making sense, you know? I feel like you could be possibly moving or traveling, going on a vacation, not with whoever this is, but maybe even by yourself. And just, it's like an eat, pray, love energy. You know, you're like, you know what, let me just, I've actually never seen Eat, Pray, Love, but I feel like or read the book, but I feel the gist of it is, you know, this person goes through something and they have like a new spiritual awakening where they get to know themselves and travel. And that's what I feel like is happening for you, because at the end of the day, you can't deny your truth forever. You just can't. And especially whenever you don't even benefit from it. Like, yeah, this person might have some financial stuff, whatever, but like money is just energy. And to me, that's no reason to keep yourself stuck in something. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. Yeah. It's time to follow your heart, follow your truth. There's going to be a very beautiful ending on the other side of this for you, but it's not beautiful right now because you are stifling your own energy by participating in whatever this is. This person is so powerful because they're draining your energy. Call it back. Okay. So advice for you, the Emperor, and this is your card, Aries. This is your major arcana. They said, you better get it together, Aries. Okay, listen. There is a reason you're the Emperor. There is a reason that you are the Ram. You are the first zodiac sign. You lay the foundation. Okay, your season is spring. You are the reason things bloom, things are born. You are powerful. You are unstoppable. Remember that. Because I'm talking to somebody who's given their power away. Okay, listen. Let's go back. Let's get it back. Okay. You are way too powerful to be allowing this to unfold like this. I'm just saying. Tell me more about the Emperor. See, it's time for you to be brave and cut this off. This is draining you, okay? Your nervous system is a wreck. You can't sleep. You can't eat. You're not taking good care of yourself. And you're the Emperor? Let's get it together, because no, I'm not allowing it. Yeah, see, we had the Five of Cups, the Fool, the Six of Swords. Listen, and the Fool is your card again, Aries, in Aquarius energy. So yeah, this is disappointing. This is painful, but it's way worse to keep yourself stuck in something that is just draining you. So allow yourself to let it go and move on to bigger and better. Okay? Don't let somebody like dangle your security and your stability over you, because you never have to beg for that. All right, so what's going on in your environment that's impacting the situation? We have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So obviously, there's a lot of love. There's a deep connection here. Because if there wasn't, you wouldn't be tolerating this. You wouldn't be like, I guess I got to go along with this. No, you'd be like, I don't like this and I'm leaving. You got to ask yourself, if anyone else was treating you this way, would you tolerate it? If a stranger treated you this way, would you tolerate it? One of your friends, an acquaintance, a coworker? No. So you have to stand up for yourself. And at the end of the day, if this person loves you as much as you think they do, they shouldn't be treating you like this, So stand up for yourself. Tell me more about the Lovers. We have the Six of Wands and the Five of Swords. Absolutely. It's time for you to be selfish. Be selfish, okay? Because your beautiful, big, generous heart, your kindness is being mistaken for weakness. So we got to correct that. This person is treating you like they're not scared to lose you, and that has me twisted, okay? If this person can't appreciate your presence, they need to learn to appreciate your absence. And then maybe they'll get it together and maybe they don't. But either way, it's a win for you, Don't let people treat you like you're an option, because you're not. You are Aries. You're the emperor. You're the boss. Yeah. So your hope or fear here is the Nine of Pentacles. So I like this. This does make me feel like you're tied to this because of some sort of stability, security thing. All right. And maybe this doesn't have to do with a partner. Maybe it's a work environment or something like that. But either way, know that you will be abundant. You will be okay on your own. Okay. But your garden is not going to grow like this staying in this situation, right? It's like, what's an example? I don't know. It's like planting seeds in concrete and expecting them to grow. That's not going to happen. That's crazy. You're not in the right environment for yourself to flourish, for yourself to bloom. Okay? Because you're living in fear. You're living in questioning and confusion, and that is just not sustainable. Okay? So know that you choosing to protect your energy and pour into yourself is exactly what you need to get here. You don't need to hope about it. You just need to commit to it. Tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles. See, they're telling you it's time to go. It's time to go. All right, we have the Four of Swords, Temperance, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you really need to set your boundaries. You have to set your boundaries. You can't let your heart and your emotions and the love you have get you to keep compromising and settling, because that's not love. Okay? Love wouldn't ask you to do that. Love wouldn't require that of you. Okay? This is attachment. This is anxiety. Free yourself. And with the Four of Swords and Temperance, there's definitely a need, again, to pull back and get balanced. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius here. But yeah, it's time to get focused on yourself. It's time to go within and really work on you. And, experience is the best teacher. That's why whenever we have these difficult situations and they take a long time, that's okay, But it took this long, and it is teaching you what you like and what you don't like. And sometimes we don't know that until we experience it. I was just doing a spiritual ceremony the other day, and the lady was saying, like, sometimes we don't recognize our morals, our values, our boundaries until they're crossed. And I feel like this has been a boundary crossed time and time again. So stop letting that person cross that line. Get away from them. I know it's easier said than done, but it's a lot harder to live a life that you're not happy with. It's a lot harder, because eventually you're going to lose respect for yourself, and Your self-respect, your self-love is worth more than anybody else's affection or money or time or energy, you know? You're sacrificing too much for way too little. All right, and the final outcome, we have the Eight of Swords. So, you know, this is definitely a difficult situation for you, and I do hope that this reading can provide you with some clarity. But the end result being the Eight of Swords just tells me that there is so much anxiety and overthinking and you giving your power away. It's too much. It's way too much. Way too much. Tell me more about the Eight of Swords. The Two of Cups and the Five of Pentacles wanted to come out. So we have the Page of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Okay, I like this because I do feel like you are going to follow your truth and take action from that space. But I think the anxiety comes from, okay, once you make that decision, then what? Where do you go from there? That's understandable. It's totally understandable to feel like a fish out of water, especially it feels like you leaned a lot on this person or this situation. So now that you don't have that as your anchor, what do? You float on and you figure it out. You know, you're going to figure it out. It's going to be okay. And I would honestly just start with self-care, getting back to yourself, you know, maybe going to therapy or doing some sort of like healing ritual, something to just get you back to you. And then from there, you'll have your confidence, you'll feel good, and you'll be able to make those bigger decisions. Gorgeous. We have the World, the Star, and the Sun, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. I'm telling you what, there's going to be so much clarity, so much beauty, love, support, success coming your way. And it's all because you finally let go of this energy that was causing you way too much disruption. You don't deserve that, you know? And that's why I said, like, that's not love. That's control. Let's let it go because you deserve better. All right, Fierce. We are going to close it out with some oracle messages. If this resonated for you, Aries, let me know with a like, a comment. I always like to hear from you guys. And definitely subscribe, share this video with a friend. All of that helps the channel grow. See, play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. It's time to get on up out of there. Have fun. Enjoy your life. You only get one. Okay, so dance with life. Do something to change your energy. I feel like Spirit wants you to go out, Aries. They want you to go out, go dance, go have fun, go to a little house party, whatever going out means to you. It's time to switch it up. It's time to invite new energy in. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You are a priestess. You are a magician, an empress, an emperor, whatever, you know? And you're letting somebody, some King of Pentacles, tell you what to do? Time to get on up out of there. Gorgeous. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Absolutely, yeah. It's time. Maybe you should do a spa day or get a massage. Like, you need to do something to pour back into you and to love on yourself. And Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. I love this. This is like one of my favorite cards. So they're letting you know. Divine orchestration is at work, okay? There's going to be very big things coming your way, but you have to initiate it and take that first step. You have to honor what it is that you are being called to go towards. Because there's going to be something beautiful unfolding for you, Aries, but you have to allow it to unfold and know that it's not going to unfold with this being around it, okay? You got this. All right. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like more from me, I have all of my social media down in the description box below. I also have my website. If you would like to sign up for my newsletter, that's on my website. It's a great little way to connect with all of us and get spiritual guidance, rituals, meditations, affirmations, journal prompts, all sorts of stuff to just enhance your spiritual journey and healing process. And if you sign up, you get a guided meditation sent to you. So check it out. But also on my website, if you'd like to book a personal reading or a soul alchemy ceremony, that's where we turn your pain into power and help you release those limiting beliefs to call in the life that you truly want. I can also do these ceremonies, readings virtually, so hit me up. All right, that's all I have for you. You guys have a great day. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.